when you never see the light. Sometimes the nicest people you meet are covered in tattoos, and sometimes the most judgmental people you meet go to church on Sundays. Strong, but I'm also weak. I like talking to people, but I'm also an introvert. I feel like laughing and crying at the same time. I might act like I don't care, but I do a lot. I'm simple yet complicated. I'm perfectly flawed, and I like it. Why do women give up or become distant with a guy when he struggles financially? I was married a few years back, and everything was going the relationship well, and then I ended up losing my job. Money wasn't coming in as steadily as before. She was distancing herself from me. I took it very serious. As far as getting through the good times and the bad, she didn't. She left. Why do women give up or become distant with a guy when he struggles financially? I'm sorry, but how often do you hear that a woman cheats on her man? He stays. Never will never hear that. Never. If we did the things that they did, they would be out so quick. They would not. Why is it always women have to forgive? A friend of mine, he was so gifted at cutting grass. We should call him Clipper, and all he had was a push lawnmower. Could cut patterns in your yard now. Clipper grown man. Now Clipper 62. Clipper got a landscaper company in Cleveland, Ohio. Make $4 million a year. You know what Clipper do? Clipper cut grass. He got all the big contraction clean. He don't do nothing but cut grass. He found his gift, and he was gifted at it. His gift has made room for him. The daily habit. I don't think a lot of people realize what that does for the psyche. What it does for the psyche. It demonstrates for the psyche that you're even capable of doing the thing you're telling yourself you can do. If you don't demonstrate to your own that you're capable of getting working on a daily basis, your psyche literally has no reason to believe you're even capable of these things. I call this establishing credit with yourself, because if you don't do that, the reason why when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to then I'm gonna work on my purpose before I even get to my day job. There's a part of yourself that says, yeah, but I know I'm really not gonna, because your sight literally has no reference for the idea that it's even possible. Demonstrate for yourself that you can do it. That's what this girl is way out of my league. I've only known this girl for a couple, but there's some red flags. I think she might be stalking me a little bit. Most recently, she looked me in the eye and she said, I want to have your babies. I looked at her back and I said, absolutely not. And then she whispered, well, I know how to make it happen anyway. You need to get out of Chicago, the United States, anywhere that has free trade. The majority of really fine women is crazy. Hate yourself. Is it the red shoes? What is it? The red shoes. No cause, they're fucking red. Don't you be smiling like you'll that. Fuck everything up. Been so hard on yourself. I love that you have such high standards, but those aren't high standards. That's called perfection. And most people overestimate what they can do in a year, and they underestimate what they can do in 2 or 3 decades. And you haven't been around long to have those extra to 3 decades, so don't fuck it up. There's time. And if you give yourself just a little bit of time, and if you'll be a little more loving to yourself, I think you're gonna find you got a lot to give. Introvert loses energy from social interaction. An extrovert gains energy from social interaction. An introvert wakes up in the morning with 5 coins. Every social interaction, they spend a coin. At the end, they are depleted. An extrovert wakes up with no coin. Every social interaction, they get a coin, and by the end, they feel like rich. Going to a party gives them energy versus going to a party sucks your energy. What I've learned is that it doesn't matter which one you are. The question is, how do you leverage what you got right? And so I go to parties with an extrovert. Right cause, that way they can do all the talk and I can just stand there and just eat the cheese. Happiness is inside of all of us, right? Sometimes you just need someone to help you find it. When a man is broken, he can destroy everyone around him by what he does. When a woman is broken, she can destroy everyone around her by what she said. Have some incredible men in my life who are not insecure of my success, but I've also met men in my life who are very insecure of my success. So I think that men have enjoyed the freedom. How are you? I'm successful. How are you? woke up today, I'm winning. Stop baby shaming people to make them feel that there's something wrong with us. If we don't want children, that is my time to decide. That is my conversation with God. I am not a wrong person or less of a woman because I haven't yet had that feeling, or may never have that feeling to have a child, because I didn't know what I had until it was gone all right. Don't let people see what I'm going through. If you close to me, you can look at me and tell, but you'll never see it cause you won't. You won't really hear from me. Why do men just take the time to text, hey, to a woman like every single day? Because they've gotten away with it before. You know they go, hey, and then some woman goes, hey, how you doing? And then they engage. You don't have to do this. You really don't. You mind if how old you are? Oh, I'm 37, yeah. 16, but yeah, no, I mean, you look a lot younger. But let me explain something to you. Why y'all put up with it? You're in your 30s. The hell you texting for? Excuse me. I do verbal communication, click. Text him back. I do verbal communication to get to know who people really are. Send that's it. A guy texting you, hey, you don't gotta justify that. You gotta respond to that man. What a man supposed to talk to a woman? Man supposed to have a conversation with a woman. You can't learn a guy through texting. You're a little better today than you were yesterday. Wake up tomorrow. Let's be better tomorrow than you are today. Don't think about this as a loss you're gonna learn. When I look at you, I see a lot of things. My best friend, my soulmate, my secret holder, my tear stopper. Best love is the kind that awakens the soul and makes us reach for more. That plants a fire in our hearts and brings peace to our minds. And that's what you've given me. That's what I'd hope to give you forever. Want to keep a loyal wife? All you have to do is remind her she's really loved. Simple. Remind her she won't see. But if you forget to give her that, she'll become desperate for Unfortunately, selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I'm out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. One day someone is gonna love the absolute hell out of you, and you are not going to have to do a single thing to earn it. You are not going to have to change yourself or prove yourself or force it in any way. And you're gonna look back at the heartbreak. You have to let me go. You have to let me let you go. I need you to do that for me.